What's up, you guys? Back again with another video. So today we are going to be going over how the combat medic carried his gear. So basically, after days of research, not even just hours but days, I've come to the conclusion that the consistency of how people carried their gear was zero. So there was no consistency. It's all dependent upon what impression you're doing, what time period, all that stuff. So there's really no generic way to do this impression correctly. You could do whatever you want. You could, depending upon what you see in pictures and everything, and obviously copious amounts of research. But if you're just doing a generic impression, you could do any plethora of these things if it falls into the correct kind of, scene scheme you're going for. So we're going to be showing a lot of original reference pictures. I also, put my gear on for a little bit and did a few videos, a few spin arounds showing you guys how it looks on the reenactor as opposed to it being in an original picture or a video. But without further ado, we'll get started. Alright, you guys, so we're going to start off with the classic bread and butter way that you were taught in your combat medic class. So as you can see, these two guys, they both have the yoke suspenders, they both have the two bags, they have the litter straps, and they're basically doing exactly what they were taught in combat medic school, which is not the case with every single medic you see. But this is completely fine. This is something that was done, so don't feel like, oh, I gotta change up my impression because it's not accurate. Obviously, no, it's completely accurate, it's completely fine. But it's all dependent on what impression you're doing. Obviously, these two guys, they look like they're either, just some kind of regular infantry or maybe some kind of armored infantry, maybe because they're around a bunch of, armored vehicles. But, that's not the same thing as, like, what a airborne medic would carry. So it really all just fall down to research, So we'll show you that on the reenactor right now. Okay, so obviously this is me wearing my medical yoke in the classic fashion. Litter strap on the back, no litter strap in the front. Actually, no, there's a litter strap in the front. But that's a very classic bread and butter way that they would have had their gear, I have my pistol belt underneath, but they also wore their pistol belt on top. As you can see, I'm struggling to put that on the correct way. I almost broke my shower window with my shovel. But eventually I'll get it. There you go. So as much as they wore it underneath the medical yoke, they could also wear it on top. You see that being done. Keeps the bags in place a little bit more, keeps them from waving around as much, feels a little bit more secure. So when I do medical reenacting, this is how I prefer my bags to be. And that's perfectly acceptable. So we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so in this scenario, the medic is wearing, I'm going to stop it really quick. As you can see, he has his two canteens, his yoke on, and all that stuff, but I don't know if you can tell, he also has the classic suspenders on, like the classic suspenders that you see, regular infantrymen wearing. I don't know if you can see it very well, but yeah. I don't know if you're going to see his back again, but that's also another way that they wore their gear. They also had the suspenders on sometimes. He's over there. I think as he gets in, you might be able to see his suspenders a little bit. But just because they were wearing their medical yoke doesn't mean that they couldn't wear suspenders. So I'll show you an example of that now. So as was just shown in that last video, the medic wearing the medical yoke along with the suspenders, I copied him and did the same exact thing. That would make sense for some kind of armored infantry unit or any unit that was issued those suspenders. So if you're in a unit that, was issued suspenders, don't feel like you have to just wear your medical yoke. You can wear your suspenders also. So we'll move on to the next example. Alright, you guys, so the one bag method. The one bag method was seen in the infantry, but it was more commonly seen and used by the airborne. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know absolutely everything about airborne and airborne medic reenacting, because I don't. And when I was portraying an airborne medic, I didn't do as much research as I wish I could have, but now I'm definitely older, a little bit more mature, and I've done copious amounts of research about this kind of stuff, but airborne still just not so much. But if you do any kind of reenacting research on the airborne, more times than not, the airborne medics had one bag, but you could also see it done in the infantry. So we'll show you that right now. Alright, you guys, so this is the one bag method being used by the infantry. So as you can see, these guys are 29th Infantry, and it'll go to the next part, and they're only carrying one bag on the litter strap. So it was seen in the infantry, so if you're in an infantry unit and you want to do that, you know, if you can find examples of that unit doing it, then that's totally acceptable. So like if you're in the 29th and you want to do the one litter strap, one bag thing, you could do that. As long as you have research and pictures and videos to back up, you know, anything you wear in reenacting, you're usually in a better position than somebody just wearing something they have no idea if it's right. But I'll show you that on the reenactor right now. Alright, so this is the one bag on the reenactor. No suspenders, just one bag, my 2 canteens, and my pistol belt with my shovel and my Carlisle. So totally acceptable, totally something that was seen and done. And we'll keep going. Also, this is for you airborne guys out there. So the suspenders, the pistol belt, and the one bag. Obviously, I'm wearing an infantry uniform, but that's basically the basic configuration of what the airborne medic would wear. You know, minus the musette bag, minus whatever else they carried. But that's what it looks like on the reenactor. So that's that. Alright, so here's another example of a combat medic. And as you can see, he has the low profile bags. I don't exactly know what to call it, but the medic bags have the ability to shorten. And you see that being done, you know, in a bunch of pictures and videos and everything. So if you want to do that, you can do that. And also his pistol belt is underneath his jacket in this case. I didn't do that on myself because I'm sitting here doing more research and just, you know, running along things as I go along. We're gonna end the video right here. Alright, you guys, we're gonna end the video. Thanks for watching. I know that the video was a little sped up, but I've been having problems with my editing software. It doesn't want to do videos that are too long. So I had to kind of go through things pretty quickly. But guys, if you like the video, please comment, rate, subscribe. I can always do more stuff about this. I'm going to probably be doing more impression-specific videos in the future. And, you know, the bottom line is about all this medical reenacting stuff is if you're portraying a specific unit, just do a lot of research. If you're not portraying a specific unit, just more times than not, just kind of go the bread and butter way, the simplistic yoke suspenders classic thing, because you really can't go wrong with that. That's more times than not, that's what you see the guys doing. But this video is just to show you that there are different ways of carrying your medical equipment, if you so please. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.